Imagine maths had security guards. Some values are allowed in, some are rejected instantly. And today, we're learning how inequalities create the rules that decide who gets access and who doesn't. All right. All right, let's talk about inequalities. If equations are about finding one specific answer, inequalities are about defining a whole range of possibilities. Think of it like your data plan. You must use less than 20 gigabytes. That's an inequality. D is less than 20. Or earning money at your part-time job. You want to make at least 50. That is, M is greater than or equal to 50. Solving them is 99% the same as solving regular equations. You can add, subtract, multiply, and divide to get the variable by itself. The one huge game-changing rule you must remember is this. If you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality sign. So less than becomes greater than, and less than or equal to becomes greater than or equal to. It's a total vibe shift for the equation. Once you've solved an inequality like x is greater than or equal to -2, we can show this on a number line. We use a closed circle at -2 because it includes -2, think equal to, and an arrow pointing right for all the numbers greater than it. For a strict inequality like x is greater than -2, we'd use an open circle, like you can get infinitely close to -2 but never actually land on it. But what about two variables, like on a graph? This is where it gets cool. An inequality like y is greater than 2x plus 1 doesn't represent a line, it represents an entire region. First, you draw the boundary line, y equals 2x plus 1. Since it's a strict inequality, greater than, we draw a broken or dashed line. If it were greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, we'd use a solid line. Then, the X way is to shade the region you don't want. It's like unfollowing accounts you're not interested in to keep your feed clean. The clean, unshaded area is your answer, often labeled R for region. So for y is greater than 2x plus 1, you'd shade everything below the line, leaving the area above it as the solution. This skill is key for when you're given a graph and have to work backwards to list the inequalities that define the accepted zone. If this video helped inequalities finally make sense, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next one!